Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy. The dog was biting him.
He roughened him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're getting commentary on the case. Dahil hihanggang po, he's verbal slut.
Is that correct?
Literally not true. I didn't ask you to interrupt me. Oh, for Trump's sake.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Court of Public Opinion. I'm the Recovery Addict. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. Great way to kick off the rest of your day on this Friday Eve. It's Friday Eve. I mean, tomorrow is Friday. It's not Friday evening. Just want to make that clear. So, yes, we have one more work day before the weekend, and tonight we have the podcast here on this channel. Thomas and I are going to sit down and have a great talk about all things not relevant to anything else. We'd invite you to come join us, join the conversation, have some fun. Should be good. It's my birthday week. I'm super excited. I think my birthday present has already arrived. It's on Amazon package that my wife ran and grabbed, and I'm not allowed to look, so I think it's here. Super excited. Alrighty. Welcome. We have no commands. The seat command is not working. Let's see. Hang on. Wait for it. I've got there's one button I need to push, and I forgot to push it. But I've pushed it now. It's working now. You're good. So commands are up and running. While you guys are figuring those out, we also have to first welcome Karina Bowman. Congratulations, Karina. You are first in chat this afternoon, which means all the internet troubles.
Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction?
All the internet troubles are now firmly on your shoulders. Congratulations, our condolences, and all the best. Really, all the best. We're glad that somebody had to do it, and today it's you. Karina, I don't know if you have won before. I think you have. You've
this
definitely
is not Burger
close.
King. People do not get to have it their way.
Oh, Whopper's working. Wendy, he found it. Good job. The Whopper command is functioning. It only works once a minute, though. So I imagine we'll get a little bit of that today. Karina, you've never won. This is the first time offense for you. Unfortunately, for you, Karina, the punishment is identical to if you had been, a repeat offender. And it's the most severe we can possibly dish out, and that is that we sentence you to internet ownership for the rest of the day. So anything that goes wrong with the internet worldwide is your problem, and you're responsible to fix it. So we'll go ahead and forward all those calls and complaints, quite literally, there are a few of those, to you today. If you could just take care of that for the rest of us, that would let us be able to focus on the happenings of the day. And we do have some happenings to talk about. Specifically, there's a spicy one. There's a spicy one going on with Judge Cedric Simpson right now. That's why we came back from lunch just a little bit early. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can jump in with him really quickly and see how this goes down. Let's see. We are on camera 2 over there.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
We're almost live, not quite live.
Court calls the case. People versus Marcel. Is it Martilli?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
On behalf of people.
Coming to you live from my dorm room.
On behalf of Mr. I think it's Maratui, Your Honor. He's
That is a dorm room.
Sir, can you state your name?
I was just kidding, but
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Marcel Moratil.
We all messed up his name. This is not the spicy one. We're just
There are
warming
additional
up to
charges. As this is one of those cases that it's going to remand back down to 15th. As to the arraignment on counts 4 and 5,
Please waive reading and stand mute for the time being.
All right.
We're just watching what leads up to the spicy. I'm not saying it's spicy. It's just eye-opening, I guess is a better word. It's not, we don't have much spice.
Not guilty to counts 4 and 5. I will, pursuant to agreement of the parties, I'll dismiss counts 1, 2, and 3 So remand back down to 15th District Court. Pretrial will be set for
April 8th at 2 p.m. before Judge Perry.
We're doing this just to get a
Yes,
feel
that's where we
for his
started.
mood today.
April 8th, what time? So 2 p.m. before Judge Perry. Bond will continue with its conditions. Thank you. Court calls case People versus Aaron Fogel.
Bernstein Whitson on behalf of Mr. Fogel. Mr. Fogel, could you state the court?
Aaron Fogel.
Thank you. Sure.
Figure if you're going to come to the court from your dorm room, the least you could do is like show the judge's school flag or something. This must be a juvenile. We'll skip ahead just a couple moments. Let's go right here. Let's see what this one is.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Court calls the case of People versus Dorian Ford.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Good to see you again today. Mr. Ford, Marcia Crater on behalf of Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford, can you state your name?
Dorian Ford. Thank you.
If I may, Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor, there's a lot of videos in this matter that I'd like to share with my client before deciding how to proceed. We're asking for an adjournment to April 11th. That's acceptable to the court.
The crime was caught on film, Your Honor.
From the people.
We'd like to finish watching all the videos.
Probable cause conference, April 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Your Honor, thank you very much. You have an excellent afternoon.
Darian Cash coming to you live from Cash Law headquarters.
Court calls case of the People versus Robin Finney.
The judge temperament is nice and level, so I don't know.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nicole James, appearing on behalf of Miss Finney. How are you, Judge?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
I apologize. I thought this matter was originally scheduled at 1 p.m., not 9 a.m.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay.
I was just appointed on this case yesterday. I did try to reach out to Miss Finney. The number that I received, or I spoke to someone that's not her number. I also sent her an email. I wasn't able to get in contact with her. Judge, I would ask if you would consider adjourning this so that I can send a letter to her last known address.
Any objection? Oh boy.
This is a home invasion, Your Honor.
Home invasion?
Robin City. I see it as a home invasion. So I would be requesting a bench warrant to stop. I also show 2 armed robbery convictions from 2014.
Judge goes,
14?
Correct.
2014. That's not bad. It's been a few years.
A decade ago.
It's been 10 years. What's an armed robbery 10 years later, right?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give Ms. James a shot to get through to her client. I'll adjourn the probable cause over the objection. I'll adjourn that to, will the 4th work for you?
Yes, the 4th.
April 4th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates, bond continued.
All right, we're getting closer.
Court calls the case of People versus Dewan Mann.
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. Nicole James, appearing on behalf of Mr. Mann.
Switch sides.
Switch your name.
Go on, man.
All right. What are we doing?
Judge, I'm going to ask that this matter be set for a preliminary examination.
All discovery complete?
I do believe it is, Your Honor.
Will the people have their witnesses available to second?
I want to follow this.
Yes, Your Honor. May I?
Oh, that's right. No, I'm sorry. I was almost, and I was almost going to set that in the middle of Miss James' travel schedule. I forgot to ask before I did it.
Close, Judge. I'm coming out of town next week, but trial before Judge Connolly on the 2nd, and I'll be in another trial on the 9th. Can we do it on the 16th?
Any objection from the people?
Your Honor, if that's the case, I'd like to address bond.
Okay, well, why don't you address bond and let's see what we have to do.
Your Honor, this is strangulation. He's out on a PR. There is an Oakland County hold, and he has an incredibly lengthy criminal history, including a 2012 juvenile adjudication for home invasion, a 2013 home invasion, a 2016 home invasion second, which he was given HIDA on. He has a 2013 juvenile adjudication for receiving and concealing, a 2013 juvenile adjudication for religious destruction of the building, 2019 clean third, a 2019 receiving and concealing of a motor vehicle, 2 2022 convictions for FTD, 4 2022 convictions for UTA, a 2022 conviction for B&E without intent, or without breaking, but with intent, a 2022 conviction for reckless use of a firearm, and a 2022 R&O. We requested 25,000 and he's out on a PR. Again, this is a DV strangulation, and I am extremely concerned for the victim's safety at this point if he is to remain out, and we are to adjourn this exam out beyond 2 weeks.
Any response?
Judge, I would indicate that there is no allegation that Mr. Mann has violated any of the bond conditions. He's been compliant with all the terms. I do understand that he has a lengthy history.
Do we let him out?
However, again, there's no allegation here that he has violated any of the terms. I would ask the court to continue his bond as set. If there was some allegation that he's made contact, I would understand the court considering changing his bond, but at this point in time, there is nothing. And I would also point out that Mr. Mann is employed. He does have 6 children provides for as well.
Your Honor, this was not simply a minor strangulation. My understanding is that he strangled the victim to the point where she lost consciousness. And when she awoke, she regained consciousness while he was tapping on her face, trying to get her attention. And the victim reports that he's threatened to kill her previously and made threats while he was strangling her as well. So at this point, the people did not think the PR was appropriate upon initial granting of it.
Got a PR.
At arraignment. So at this point, it's not a matter of him having complied so far. It's our worry that if it gets adjourned out, there's no contact, the victim's not going to appear because of that contact. I don't think that a PR in this instance is appropriate.
There has not been any contact. This incident occurred back in July of 2023, and there hasn't been any contact since then. The people's worry that there may be contact, I don't think is a legitimate reason for them to request the change in bond, as there hasn't been any, even though he's been arraigned and he's been out on bond since the arraignment. There hasn't been any contact.
He's arraigned with on the 12th.
Correct.
So he's only been out a week.
Correct, Your Honor.
There's been no contact. He's been arraigned and he has no contact in the last week. How did he get a PR on a strangulation?
For the same day as I filed that other emergency bond motion. Was that same arraignment?
I think Attorney Cash is just trying to
Where's the defendant residing currently?
Your Honor, he lives in Roseville, Michigan.
Did he give the court that address?
Your Honor, that was the address that I was provided with. Is that the address you gave the court?
That's where I live.
That's where I live.
Let me see.
He said.
I got it. But Are you on a tether?
No, sir.
You're about to. At the bare minimum. The bare minimum.
Where do you work?
I own my own companies.
You tell them what they are.
I own a,
What?
I own an auto body company, a home remodeling company, and a cleaning service.
Do you, any of those businesses have work in Washtenaw County?
No, sir. Wayne County and like Macomb. I try to stay from out here. That's
what?
So I try to stay from out here.
If he owns 3 companies,
Sure that my problem here is that the council approach.
so he gets a little bit off the record here. How did he get a personal recognizance bond, which is basically I promise to come back and show up, with a record, a rap sheet that's multiple pages long, and a serious charge like domestic violence, strangulation. How did he just walk on that one? He's been out for a week. They're trying to say that he's been good the whole time he's been out. In this week, he hasn't done anything. Owns 3 companies though. That's awesome. I love small business owners.
There's a lawsuit.
He behaved for a whole week. So what does the judge do? There's no allegation that he violated the parole, his terms of his parole. Does he say I'm reversing the decision? I think he has the authority to do it. He does have 6 kids that he's caring for. Now, when he posts, there was nothing to post. I mean, there might be some cash, but a PR is basically, I'll come back. I promise I'll come back. That's it. I don't think we have the 16th firm as a date yet. The judge is looking at his options, and I think the minimum we're going to get is probably is most likely an ankle monitor if he stays out. Yeah, it's a pinky swear. That's what the PR is. I promise to come back to face these charges. They're still talking it over. The bench. Let's see if we're ready to go. I haven't seen how this ends, so I hope we get to hear it. Otherwise, the suspense will kill me all weekend long. Little conferring going on.
Ayden GPS location.
I'm so sorry, DSN. Prayers for Corrine.
This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way.
Ms. Barossa.
They're talking it over again. The judge is doing some hard thinking on this one. So she conferred with her client a little bit to see what's up. You've got the 6 kids. That's a factor the judge has to be weighing. He asked about if he has any business in this county. So he might be ordering to stay out of the county if he does stay out. And he might put a GPS ankle monitor on him as well. That would be if he broke that monitor, or he broke the GPS, the fence, the geofence for the area, then he could be arrested. But man, we did make the soundbite. It's a whopper. It's a whopper. It's a soundbite. This is a tough one for the judge to decide. Because, I mean, part of it is nothing, no rules have been broken.
It's not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way.
Very tasteful soundbite. If you say Whopper too many times too quickly, it responds like this. And I can't read his lips either. I don't know what's going on here. You can see the dilemma on his hands that he's trying to decide between. And just like that, he turned off the live stream. Let's see if since we're a few minutes behind, let's see if we can skip ahead and see if he comes back. He does. Let's see if we get to hear. Please tell us we get to hear the end of this. Need to hear the ending. Okay, back up. There we go. We got about 5 seconds. It'll come back on. All right. Judge, what's the decision?
We'll get a tether today. Last week. By 9 o'clock tomorrow. Can I bring it back today? If they close at 4 o'clock, if you can make it.
You say this, I got to pick up my son.
Okay.
But I be good. Yeah,
that's why I'm
just going to take it.
Okay.
All right. I guess the question came up record to reflect we had a bench conference. How did you come into custody on this case?
I got into a car accident.
Pardon?
I got into a car accident.
A car
accident?
A car accident. Somebody had hit me from behind and my car spent out, and then Pittsfield came and they ran my name and I had a warrant that I didn't know about. So they took me.
Okay. But you didn't turn yourself in?
No, I didn't know about it. So I can't turn myself in on something I don't know. Okay. I'm sorry.
She's like, shush, shush, shush. Don't talk. No more. No more.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Hey, I'm going to be kind of detailed about this at a conference with counsel at the bench. And I want to make it clear. I don't think that the bond that's set in this case is appropriate. All right. I mean, I honestly think that, and young man, I'll just be clear with you. I think you should have had to have posted a substantial bond given the circumstances in this case. While being mindful of that, I also, however, realized that at least for the last 8 days, nothing has occurred. So in doing the best that I can to try to balance that, both the interests that the people have and have expressed, as well as what your attorney has indicated on your behalf. I will say this, given the circumstances of this, one thing that is absolutely unacceptable is that there's no tether on you. So I'm going to order, and I'm signing that order right now, that you are to report to the Department of Community Corrections. You're to do that today before you leave these premises to get a GPS tether. For right now, it's going to be location tracking. I'm also going to... I want location tracking and an exclusion zone, which is, Miss Weinling, I'm going to need you to put that address in, because I think it's the same address that I have as contained in the file that I don't want him around.
Go to that.
I'm going to change your bond to now $25,000. In just weighing everything, and then, folks, I'm just doing the best I can. I'm going to give a 10% privilege on that.
Thank you.
So that's going to be $2,500. Given that all of this has come to everybody's attention just as you've gotten here today, that needs to be posted by 9 a.m. tomorrow, the 22nd. Here. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to further indicate to you that if I will be here, so if that bond is not in it by that time, then I'm going to issue a bench warrant for your arrest with no bond, and don't even ask me to change it. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
I also want to make it very clear, because of how I feel about the bond that is in this case, that if I get any inkling or anything is reported to me that you have had contact, near contact, direct, indirect contact with this victim, I'm just going to revoke your bond. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So that's the way I leave it. The other thing that I will do is I'm not going to set it for a preliminary examination at this point. I'm going to adjourn out the probable cause conference. I'm giving defense counsel permission to appear via Zoom. You need to be here. Okay.
Okay.
Counsel can appear via Zoom. I will set that next week, the 28th, 2024. I'll set it at 9, but you'll get the time that what block it will be in. Any other questions?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Any other questions on this?
No, Your Honor.
Before he leaves, we will give him a copy of this order. He needs to go right over to Community Corrections and get it put on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the address on the order. I think that's, I want to check with Ms. Barroso. The International Drive address, is that the address? If you could get that to Ms. Weidling, I think that's it. It's,
Yes, Your Honor.
that's the address. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Jeffrey Lyons.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Please, this honorable court, William Hackett, P65962, on behalf of the Lyons, who's
seeing you, Mr. Hackett.
Would you state your name for the record, please?
Jeffrey Lyons.
Seeing you, Mr. Hackett, it indeed pleases the court.
Pardon, Judge?
I said, seeing you, it does please the court. Thank you, sir.
Good. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate it.
All right. What are we doing on this case?
Judge, we're going to set this matter for a preliminary examination.
All right. And all discovery is complete?
As far as I know, Judge, I don't think there's any video. We've got the written discovery, and we have some photos. So I think that
we're all set. Okay. Would the people have their witnesses available the second?
We were, Mr. Hack and I were wanting to put this on for the 9th.
Sure. Preliminary examination will be in person.
Was this phone a cat meowing?
April 9, 2024.
Was that what that was?
9 a.m. That is before Judge Barr.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls case People versus Victor McKeeve.
Andrew Childers, attorney on behalf of People.
Afternoon, Judge Larry Margolis on behalf of Victor McKeeve, who is present via Zoom. Victor, please state your name for the court.
Victor McKeeve.
Okay, this is another one of the ones that we have. Counts 4 and 5 have been added, and as to the arraignment on those, Mr. Margolis, you waive formal reading of those. Your client stands mute to those charges.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is this a friend of the other dorm room guy? Because that's the same
That
thing
is
that happened
counts
there.
4 and 5. Counts 1, 2, and 3 are dismissed. This is then, I will set the matter for a pretrial.
April 4th at 1:30.
Did we do?
Some of them are to Gary and some are.
Did you realize that?
No.
That some of these go down, and because of the way 15th does it, I think on numbers,
I believe so.
on case number, that some of these are going before Judge Perry and some are before Judge Valvo. Some are going to be set by the
We'll
court.
just go with.
You just go with what they
Go
have.
with it, and I think that can be.
Okay.
sorted out.
You said April 4th.
Yes, at 1:30.
April 4th, 2024. What time? 1:30? 1:30 before Judge Valvo for a pretrial. Bond in this case will continue.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Court calls the case People versus Naji Safi.
Prosecuting attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of People.
Good afternoon again, Your Honor. Lawrence H. Margolis on behalf of Mr. Shaffey, who is coming into my office right now. I apologize. He had to use the boys' room, and I didn't want him in here for this one, but here he is right now. Mr. Shaffey, please state your name for the court.
What did all these
Naji
college
Shaffey.
students? What did all these college students get involved with?
Is I have a plea form before me. Is that what we're going to be doing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Plea form indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to count 2, which is open intoxicants in a motor vehicle, 90-day offense, as well as an added count 3 of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. Upon his successful guilty plea to those charges, count 1 would be dismissed. There is an agreement by the parties as to HIDA. However, I cannot bind the court.
That's correct.
That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
That's correct, Judge.
Sir, can you please raise your right hand to be sworn? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record.
Naji Shafi.
All right, sir, it is this court's understanding that you can put your hand down. It's this court's understanding you're going to be pleading guilty
Make him
to
hold it
2
up all the time.
charges. First charge that you'll be pleading guilty to is the charge of open intoxicants in a motor vehicle. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $100 fine plus court cost. Court could order community service and any substance abuse screening. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
It's also this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or a $1,000 fine plus court cost. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You also understand, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Washington in the 14B District Court. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of open intoxicants in a motor vehicle, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, sir.
Because of that, you're giving up certain rights. You're giving up your right to call witnesses to speak for you at trial or to have this court compel their attendance. You're giving up your right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial. You're also giving up your right to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent, not have that silence used against you. When you're giving up your right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Judge.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty to these charges?
No, sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
And also because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
December 17, 2023, at the location of Washtenaw Avenue near Boston Avenue in Ypsilanti Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you an occupant in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you possess while in that motor vehicle an open alcohol container?
Yes.
What did you have?
There was a bottle of Lunazul.
Of what?
It was tequila, Your Honor.
Okay, you had a bottle of tequila and the seal was broken on it?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you knew that it was there?
Tequila.
Yes.
At some point at that same time and at the same location, did you come in to deputies from the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
What happened when you came into contact with them?
I wouldn't get out of the vehicle.
They were ordering you to get out of the vehicle and you refused to leave the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
The people are satisfied.
We're satisfied, Judge.
Because I'm presuming it's an attempt because I'm sure they got you out of that vehicle. Court will accept the defendant's plea. 2 counts, 2 and 3. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14B probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
May 2nd at 10 a.m. before Judge Washington.
May 2nd, 2024, 10 a.m.
Yes.
10 a.m. before Judge Washington. Bond will continue in this case. Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
That's any information of Mr. Sullivan.
Mr. Cash, are you trying to get the judge's attention? You keep like popping in here like you're getting free advertisement, having that sign behind you, waiting for your phone to ring. It's not working. Welcome, Simple One. Thanks for clicking the subscribe button. Mr. Cash knows he looks good. He keeps looking back at the sign behind him occasionally, though, making sure his background looks good. Oh, he's here on special request.
Call over and ask, did he provide? He was going to provide prescription. And ask that.
For Miss Rita Young's recall.
Okay. All right.
Apparently Azul is like a good brand. I guess if you're going to do time, do the crime in style. Is that what? I don't know.
He was going so swimmingly this morning.
Weezer.
The Young showed up and everything started going downhill. Court calls the case. What?
He's sorry.
No, yeah, I know. It was you and then right behind you.
Thank you for the super sticker.
Anyway, court does call the case, or recall the case of People versus Harrison.
Ready, Your Honor. People, on behalf of people.
And Rita Young, appearing on behalf of Samoya Harrison.
Is there a Y at the end?
It is, but it's
Kind of silent. I don't know what you call it.
It's kind of silent.
My dad spelled my name wrong on the birth
Samoya. What? Okay. I'll try to.
What's your name for the judge?
Samoya Harrison.
Thank you. All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, as to the probable cause conference that's on the docket for today, Ms. Harrison, after being advised of her rights to preliminary examination and indicating that she understands those rights, wishes to waive the preliminary examination, and she's ready for voir dire.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And you understand that's a proceeding where the people have to show by probable cause that the offenses alleged were committed and that you committed them.
Yes.
And you understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
People also waive their right. Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on counts 1 and 2 with, I got this right, on counts 1 and 2 with 3 through 8 following.
Your Honor, as to the arraignment on the information, we waive a formal reading of the information. My client stands mute. We ask the court to enter not guilty.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter not guilty plea as to all 8 counts. Pretrial in this matter will be set for
30th at 1:30 before Judge Humphrey.
April 30th, 2024, 1:30.
And we could just pass over that other matter, Your Honor, if you might.
Really? So I have a violation report. What's up with that?
Your Honor, we did have an opportunity to review the violation report. My client maintains that she has not smoked nor knowingly ingested anything that has THC in it since October of 2022. She has been prescribed some depressants, which she's taking. Latuda is one of them. Centrel,
lamotrigine, and Latuda.
And none of those have THC in it.
No.
But Judge, I question the validity of this testing, and here's why. Is because
I know why, because she was just around it and she has the makeup of an amoeba and just absorbed it. I'm sorry, I may have gotten ahead of your.
That might,
go ahead.
Yes, that's true, Your Honor. As well as with urine testing, marijuana, THC stays in the urine at least 30 days. And if you look at this test report, it's indicating that she allegedly tested positive on March 4th, and then 7 days later, she tested negative. That just doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, here's what happened. She tests negative on February 22nd.
But I'm looking at the last testing on March 4th.
No, I know. And then March 1st, she tests positive. And then again on March 4th. And then by March 11th, she tests negative.
So, I question the validity of this test, and I think it may have be impacted by the depressants she's taken or the exposure to it in the areas where she's at. So, Judge,
you don't really want to go with that, do you?
Judge,
because just let me do what I'm going to do, and then we're okay.
Very well.
Because if you make that argument, then I got to do something else.
She did not inhale.
I will advise the court that this is a incident that happened in 2022. She's 30, no prior felony convictions, Judge. She's here with her 5-year-old daughter. Son, I'm sorry, and her mother. And the mother wanted to address the court regarding this testing results, but it doesn't sound like it may be necessary for her to address the court unless the court wants to hear from the mother about it.
Well, I'll hear from the mother, but did she put the Y on the end of her name?
I was just going to tell you, my dad messed up the birth certificate. She was sick. We almost both died, and my dad put the wrong name. My name is spelled totally different than what my grandma gave me. I'm all messed up.
Wow.
My grandma spells it Somoria, but my dad put that on the birth certificate.
Okay, so here's Daddy.
Daddy
just
did.
run the bus over him. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue your bond. I'm going to indicate there's no further positive tests.
I've been taking, if I can speak, I've been taking detox and everything to try to get my system clean. I'm not understanding why it's still coming back positive.
It's the smoke. You have to be away from the smoke.
You don't really want me to investigate that, do you?
No, I'm just saying though.
This is just going to turn for the.
Okay. Hush.
Lawyers stomping on their foot.
I don't think people understand. She doesn't have to go with you, but they keep talking to me. I will continue her bond. No further tests. And
thank you.
The judge can deal with it.
Thank you so much, kind sir.
Thank you, sir.
The next judge can deal with it.
What? Mom, what do you want to tell me?
It's okay.
You sure? I let her go. Okay, you're welcome.
I think you'll get it. You and your staff.
All right.
Mom's like, I haven't said my piece yet. I came here to speak my piece.
Seriously.
I never asked for the record.
Yeah, no. Or they will show it. I don't.
At no point did she say I couldn't accept. Yeah.
All right. What's the name? Who's he? This one.
Yeah.
You ready?
Recalls the case, People versus Kevin Sullivan.
And Mr. Canatra for the people.
Christina Costantino appearing on behalf of Mr. Sullivan, who's present and stands to my right.
You came back positive.
So, Judge, we did receive a copy of
you got a copy
the results. Yes,
okay.
Your staff was kind enough to send those to me, and I did have an opportunity to talk to my client about them. It did come back as positive for amphetamine. He is under the prescription of several pills that do come back tested as amphetamine.
How do I know that?
He indicated to me that he went to community corrections. He tried to present them with his prescriptions. He has bottles and he has photos of them as well, and that they brushed him off and did not even look at them. We do have.
That's now?
That is what I've been told, Judge.
Out, because we got no information that he did that.
Yes.
Let's back up a second. The other part is, though, that you told me when we were up here last that you went over to community corrections and they wouldn't test you.
I said I called. I told Mrs. Apple I called, and he said that the thing was.
Okay, so then
she said that
they dealt with that when you got over there.
I talked to her. Yes, that's right.
And they're telling me that's not true. You didn't go.
She did what, sir?
You didn't go. You didn't call.
I called. I talked to somebody at the front desk. They said fired. I had to get a new order. Exactly what they told me.
And now I'm being told that they wouldn't take any indication of any prescription.
And she indicated to my client that he needed to come back on Monday to sign some intake paperwork and also provide his prescription documentation. Community corrections also called while we were seated in the courtroom, and I think left a voicemail saying something similar to that effect.
Positive, that'd be positive. They should be a positive result.
Well, are you checking with them now?
I asked if provided anything, a screenshot models, and she said no.
She said I could not bring them. She had time to get me back over here. I have pictures in my pocket with my bottles. I've been on for 15 years.
And so, Judge, we have.
Hold it. Yeah, no, I hear that, but you keep telling me things that you say happened over there that they're telling me didn't happen.
The person that gave me the test said I did not have.
Hold on, before you start talking, because this is where you get yourself in trouble. When you were here the first time before me, you told me that you went there and they wouldn't test you.
That's what Miss Apple.
Then they were watching these proceedings.
Yeah, she told me.
Yeah. So then the story changed that you called. You wrote an email to the court. They wrote an email to the court telling me that didn't happen either. now you're telling me, because I asked you specifically before you went over, do you have those prescriptions with you? You said you have them on your phone.
I do. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Just let the judge speak.
Then you're saying you went over, and as I understand what you're telling me, they wouldn't take what you tried to show them. And we just communicated with them, and that's not true either.
Judge, could I just have a moment with my client to clarify this?
Yeah, but don't let him go too far because he may be staying with me tonight.
All right, Judge.
Judge is calling the bluff. He's like, you talk fast. Your lawyer may believe you.
Unrelated.
Yes. Please have it unrelated to this.
We were gonna.
Turns the mic off for this one. Oh, man. Judge Simpson's, he's almost done for the day, I think. He's just about done. And this one, he's not letting this guy pull the wool over his eyes. He can be kind. He can be generous. He can be fair. He can give mercy even. I mean, he can be sometimes even a little too kind. But don't lie to him. There's what's the saying? Don't blank and tell me it's raining. There's a million ways to say it. Don't spit in my hair and tell me it's raining or something. I don't know. That's not going to be good. He wants honesty. He does. Communication is key. Judge Boyd would tell him the same thing. Don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. Yes, that might be it.
Court does call the case of the people versus Tom Smee. I think everybody else is on.
Yes, it's two.
Hey, Tom. Welcome.
Okay. I didn't hear the case name, right?
Smee.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of people.
All right.
Doug Malkoff, I represent Mr. Smee. Mr. Smee is here. Would you identify yourself for the record, please?
Tom Smee.
All right, this is one of the cases, and I realize you haven't been here all day, Mr. Malkoff, however, where counts 4 and 5 were going down to the 15th District Court. Counts 1, 2, and 3 were going to be dismissed.
Well, that's understood. We stand mute. Ask that not guilty please be entered.
All right.
He's fighting.
The defendant having waived formal reading, pleading, standing mute. Court will enter not guilty pleas as to counts 4 and 5. Counts 1, 2, and 3 are dismissed.
They must have had like a busload of.
I will set a sentencing or a sentencing. I'll set a pretrial date on this matter. It's going to be 4/4.
Yes, sir.
For April 4th, 2024. What time is she doing? 1:30 before Judge Valvo.
That works for us, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Bond will continue with its conditions. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Good seeing you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Take care. That takes care of that one. Court does call the case People versus Jada Olive.
Cash law. Cash law, you're up. Cash law. Damien.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Couldn't hear if she made her. There we go. Good afternoon. May it please the court, Attorney Damien Cash, P number 85852 on behalf of Miss Jada Olive. Miss Olive.
Miss Olive. Can you unmute? Really, it's almost the end of my day, Cash. You're doing this? Where's your client?
She's on Zoom.
I know, but she's not answering. We're trying to prompt her. This is all your fault, man.
It is, and I'm going to be pretty brief.
never gonna end.
Cash law. Your advertisement's not going over well if you can't get your clients to court.
Miss Olive.
What kind of attorney are you?
Let me pass it briefly. Call her. Tell her. Okay.
Okay.
Jeez. Let me try this. This is court calls case people versus Karen Payne.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan Barroso on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court. Rema 25800, standing as attorney of record Edward Martell on behalf of Ms. Karen Payne.
Miss Payne, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a camera?
Yes. It's on my video.
Can you turn it on?
I don't know why.
Just ask me if you have it.
I don't know why it won't.
Here we go.
I'm here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. What are we doing on this case?
Judge, we're humbly requesting a 2-week adjournment of this hearing. Attorney Martell is currently out of state, attending his father's funeral and post-funeral affairs. And we're just asking for a 2-week adjournment. And if we may appear via Zoom.
I have no objection to the appearance via Zoom. You want the 4th? Will that work?
That will work, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, and just for the record, it's my understanding that there's a resolution that has been reached in this case. However, a plea form was not prepared in time for today, so that will be accomplished on the 4th.
All right, very good. Probable cause conference will be adjourned to the 4th. If you're April 4th, 2024, I'm set it at 9 a.m., but you'll get notice as to that. All right. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
And counsel, if you could please express to Ms. Martell the court's condolences on this loss.
Will do, Your Honor. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Cash. Now's your time to shine.
We're done. Recalls case people versus Kevin Sullivan.
For the people.
Christina Costantino, appearing on behalf of Mr. Sullivan, who's present and standing to my right.
Who will be silent now.
Okay.
Okay, Judge. I did have a chance to discuss with my client. He indicated to me that previously, about a week and a half ago, he did call community corrections, that he did not go in person. And that was when he was told that a new order would be needed in order for him to test. Regarding the issue of testing today, he indicated he went in to test at community corrections. He spoke first to a man, and he asked the man, "What do I do about my prescriptions? Who do I show them to?" The man indicated that he did not have time to look into that because they were expecting Mr. Sullivan back in court. Mr. Sullivan then spoke to a female who told him, and who he asked the same question to, and they told him that he would get a letter on Monday during his appointment on Monday at 1:30 with them, and he would fill out his prescription information at that time. I have physically seen his prescriptions. He's been taking these medications for a very long time. He has a long history of anxiety and some mental health issues that these medications are required for him to take.
So those are, I believe it's female. She did at least confirm that because she didn't want to keep us waiting. He is scheduled for an intake on Monday.
And he does have a card to that effect, and it is Ms. Dozer's card.
All right. It looks like he has just enough evidence to probably convince the judge to let it slide this time, but not happy with the judge is still thinking it over. He doesn't want to let him go.
Adjourn the probable cause. I'll be here next week, Ms. Constantine.
I am, Judge.
It was just that April 2nd date that she couldn't do.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Thanks for reminding me.
March
Thanks. Appreciate that.
28th, 2024, 9 a.m. At this point, I'll let his bond continue. But if it comes back that his drugs don't show up as an amphetamine, then have everything in order, sir, because you'll be going.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. Now we're back to Cash.
Cash, you got it figured out?
Recall the case, People versus Jada Olive.
Good afternoon, Damian Cash again for Ms. Jada Olive. Please unmute if you hear us and state your name.
Did you answer the phone?
Didn't answer the phone, was going straight to voicemail. Along with send a text message through a couple of different means.
Carrier pigeon. Bench warrant. Bench warrant.
Kind of needs to be
What
present.
were you going to do? Were you going to ask for an adjournment?
No, I was going to ask to withdraw based on breakdown of communication.
You can't make this up.
On my point.
He's going to ask to withdraw.
Well, I'm going to need a motion in any event if you're seeking to withdraw. Were you retained on this, or did this come through the MAC office?
No, it came through the MAC office. I had asked to be on.
Okay, then that has to be done. I need a motion.
Okay.
So that we can all be prepared so that she'll get a new attorney apparently she won't talk to.
Okay, I will send in the motion promptly.
All right, so here's what I'll do. Let me adjourn this out 2 weeks.
Okay.
Since at least somebody is here. So probable cause conference, I'll set this out to April 4th. 2000.
I need my client to be here so I can quit because she won't
9
talk
a.m.
to me.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll make note of it to send it.
I mean, you know what? Bond will continue. Mr. Cash, while I have you online, my legal intern apparently told me she was a classmate of yours.
Who?
Was it Soriano at the time?
Actually, I might not have been married yet. Morgan was my maiden name.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. How you doing?
You know who it is?
Yeah.
You know who it is?
Yeah.
She didn't have very high things to say about you, but I defended you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, that's not how that worked. All right. Anyway, says hello. Thank you.
See you this evening, Your Honor.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right. So I have my 3 o'clock. That's it. Okay. So I could step off for a minute.
All right.
Warned me out today.
You warned me out.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not. You don't care.
Okay, we're going off?
No, what? Yes. Of course, we're staying in recess.
Hey.
And then we're going to have a talk
Okay.
about discipline. I'll be right.
We're going to have a talk about discipline. Oh my goodness. It's so glad it's Thursday, man. So glad it's Thursday. Looks like Judge Cedric Simpson is up for a weekend for sure. Kurt is here. He says, if the client makes me the lawyer look bad, that doesn't help me or you, and it makes me look real hard for the exit door. Yes, so that's what Attorney Cash was doing. Couldn't even get his client to show up on Zoom. She was there, wouldn't unmute, wouldn't see you on the podcast, Mr. Cash. Yeah, please call the burner number, Mr. Cash. We'd love to talk. Oh my goodness, fun times. So much fun stuff today. It's a little early. But it's Thursday Eve, and we have the podcast tonight. I think I have to make a trip to the post office. Somebody said I need to run to the post office. There might be something there, so I'm going to run and do that. We have tonight at 8:00 on this channel, Weather Watch and myself, the two of us, mostly just Weather Watch. I will be there supporting him. We've got the podcast tonight. Please join us. It is so much fun. Like 9 out of 10 people who attend don't regret it. I know that's not a great stat to be touting, but that's what the numbers are. So if you'd like to be hopefully one of the 9, please come. If you're the 10th person, don't bother. Don't bother because you won't want to be there anyway. But yes, it'll be a lot of fun. We're going to wrap up tonight. And hey, Mrs. R.A., are you leaving? Okay. Is there something else you're getting? Okay, just kidding. Oh man, sorry, little inside joke. I did an inventory, and we you know how we had to talk about during the pandemic and all the things that there was a shortage of. Yeah, we just did an inventory of tissue paper, specific of the roll variety, and found an all-time low quantity in the home, which, considering the fact that 2 of our 3 bathrooms are out of commission, you'd think that wouldn't be a problem. But the all-time low was in the 3rd bathroom. And so she's running to the store before there's an urgent need and no supply. So, all right. Anyway, tonight we're going to have a wonderful podcast. Please join us. It'll be at 8 p.m. tonight. It's just like the regular show. You don't have to look anywhere different. You just come to this channel. If you click the subscribe button and make sure the bell is rung and it says all, and then make sure you have YouTube notifications turned on. Both things have to be working for the podcast notification to work for you. Then you also just have to pray really hard to the YouTube gods that the notification tool works on the YouTube side. And if all those 3 things line up, you'll get notified when we go live, and you'll be able to join us, and it will be a lot of fun for the Not Relevant podcast, with possibly a dad joke or 2 worked in as well. Is it formal? No, it's Friday Eve, not formal. And basically, we've only had a dress code, meaning you have to be dressed if you are a guest on the show. We've kept it rather lax for just the casual observer. So jammies, if you're up for jammies, that's great. Tucks are better. Yes, nothing fancy. Just tucks and tails. Make sure the shoes are shined. That's about it. Cummerbund, get the whole works going. I'll wear my Prince Charlie with my kilt, if that works. Personally, I'm showing up in a white tie, and just a white tie. White tie is pretty fancy. It's nice. No tickets. Everyone's invited. Bring a friend. It's all welcome. But anyway, if you guys have plans for this weekend, let me know what they are. I have plans. It's my birthday on Sunday. Sunday's my birthday, so I've got some plans. I'm going to be doing plumbing. How does that end up being my birthday present? My birthday present is I get to fix the bathroom and rebuild it. It's not the best present, but I'll tell you, yesterday we went, my wife actually went to the Home Depot, to Lowe's actually, and picked up the
Burger King. People do not get to have it their way.
No. She went and she picked up the new shower, and it's one of those showers that has like the glass slider door, which is good because the closet, the bathroom is so small that if the door were to swing open, you would have to like exit the bathroom to open the shower and then step back in once it's open. And that's generally not a good thing to do. But so we're gonna have that. I get to build that whole shower. We've got all the flooring, like this, and the subfloor and the flooring available that we're gonna put in. I just have a little more tear out to do. And let's see. Got a few more walls to smash just to take out a couple pipes. Got to plumb in one more toilet. And we're running a sink to the other side. Oh, and we're adding electrical. Yes, it's because the house was built in 1915. It did not have electricity, I think, when it was originally built. So we're adding electrical so that the bathroom will actually have an electrical outlet as well as a light switch. We had a light switch, but it had no plugs. So we're adding a plug in there. We're adding a plug for the bidet because we're upgrading. If you're going to upgrade a toilet, why not go all the way and get the full car wash version? So we're doing that. Adam Bidet Model Nusky, thanks to your recommendations, we're doing that. And he who tears out the bathroom is responsible to fix it. I think it's he who clogs the toilet is responsible to fix it. How do I end up down that list as well? All right. Anyway, so we're doing all that. We found the wires in the wall. I know I'm stalling a little bit. We found wires in the wall, and they're bare wires on glass insulators, because that's how old the house is. And so we found these wires, and we found this other wire that went and wrapped around one of these pipes. We're like, oh, there's the ground. They just made it like a fake little ground they ran in there. And that was like, yay, that works. Well, we didn't know that when we were updating our kitchen. So we actually cut those copper lines that went down into the ground and replaced all those with new PEX. Well, guess what does not conduct electricity? PEX. And so we eliminated our ground by updating our piping unwittingly. But now that we've torn into the wall, we realize now that we truly have no grounds in this house, and it's probably a fire hazard. So we'll definitely do an update when the bathroom's all done. You've seen the video. We did a little live yesterday at lunchtime where I took you on a little tour of that. But we are so excited for maybe this weekend to have indoor plumbing once again and not have to run across to the Airbnb, which is currently not rented out. and won't be until our bathrooms are fixed. So my son is an electrician. I can't afford any professional. I can only do this myself because under North Carolina law, I can repair my own plumbing as long as I live in the house when I do it, and I stay here for 12 months afterwards. I guess they want me to own my problems. Let's see. Holy cow! I missed my wife's birthday for you to sing to her. John Davenport. Happy birthday, Mrs. Davenport. Happy birthday. John did not miss your birthday. He missed telling me. That's what he meant. There's no way he would actually forget your birthday. So I'm trying to bail you out here. Melanie, happy birthday. Hope it's a great one. Thank you very much. All right. That said, just your insurance. Donna, I cannot file an insurance claim. After the $30,000 insurance claim we got when we got our new kitchen from my son flooding it, if I tell them that my freezer went out and the food got damaged and I need to file a claim, they will drop me. That's where I'm at. I cannot do that. So basically I'm on my own. I'm just paying them for nothing right now. But sing for her. We'll do one more. We'll sing just because it's John. I know John. I've known John since before YouTube. So I will sing for Melanie and everybody else. I know it's Ivan's birthday, Laura's birthday. I forget, what's the dog's name? I don't remember. One more time. Big finish. We're going to have a birthday song. Warm up with me. La 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 la. Okay. Here we go. We're going to sing to Melanie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Melanie. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. And Melanie's 55 this week. This Melanie's 55. 2 Melanies in 1 week. That's great. Tomorrow, Reverend Beezy, your partner's birthday. Happy birthday to your partner. Lots of birthdays. The dancing is great. More people dancing now than in the morning. I guess later in the day, that helps. More people are awake and feeling energetic. Let's see, I don't know what you just said. I made your AI say, don't know that one. All right. Happy birthday, Melanie. Have a happy birthday. Unfortunately for you, we have to turn the music off and say it might be too late to get pancakes at Denny's. It might be too late to get pancakes at Denny's.
This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way.
Nope, it's not. This is not Burger King. Hopefully, you got something great. I'm sure John, if nothing else, has ordered you a present and it's arriving soon, right, John? So, happy birthday. Have a great one. All right, we're going to end on that note and get ready for the podcast tonight, which means I have plenty of time to prepare, Thomas, which is new and different. So we'll do that.
Break for lunch, Judge?
I'm actually, yes, I'm headed to the post office right now. I'm headed there right now. That's the post office address. Hopefully there's a little something there that we've been waiting for. So I don't think your voice insurance policy allows you to sing twice in one day. That's why I sort of went a little lighter on that one. I didn't force it. I wanted to save myself for tomorrow. And we will. Off to paint a wall. Make it an accent wall, red pen. Go all in. Make it like a bright red. It goes well with everything. All the colors. Just a bright red. Tell them you meant to do that. So, thank you, everybody. It has been a wonderful day. It's been a lot of fun with some crazy pro se goodness this morning with a double header. That was a lot of fun. We had some Judge Boyd. We had some Judge Cedric Simpson. We had some updates on the Rust case and some of the documents there. Yeah, it's going to be neutral. Okay, make the other one an accent wall then. You need an accent wall. Everybody's doing it. That or shiplap. What is with shiplap? I'm not a big fan of shiplap. When we sold our house, we had a family member stage it for us, and they're like, "Oh, we're going to take this wall and we're going to make it shiplap." It's like, so you're going to put siding inside the house? It worked. It sold the house, but it's not something I would have gone with. All right, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe until we go live again tonight at 8 o'clock for the podcast. The podcast. It's not the podcast. It's the podcast. There's no other podcast you should be going to tonight. Tonight, 8 p.m. here on this channel with Weather Watch for the Not Relevant podcast. We'll see you all here. Thank you. Thank you. Have a great one. Be good to each other. See you tonight, guys.
Because he's the guy.
Somebody just sent me a video of roaches fighting. I don't know who won. This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way.
I was kicked back, taking it easy.